What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Zeba1A for coming through and boosting up the coin. So we got a bit of an investigation for you, man, right now regarding Conor eggs Benedict hen. I swear down. So let me take you back here before we get to the leaked photos. Yeah, because this cat here, he bigger than ever and he bone dry leaner than ever as well. Make that make sense. Anyway, here's the providence of how this situation has arisen. Let me find it here. Come on, man. Here we go. So, Chris Eubank on February 18th pops out on Conor Henn's ex Benedict looking ass and says, I've been tested twice in 1 week by VADA testing. Just in case you guys got it twisted, it's Conor ex Benedict, yeah? That's the PD cheat, not me. Leave me in peace. Hashtag clean athlete. So he puts that out. Hen replies with some photos from probably 4 years ago, if we're honest. Listen, he replies saying, I've been tested twice this week too. There you have it, man. Stop lying, man. This photo's old, man. You didn't have them tattoos before. Stop playing. These are old photos, man. You ain't been tested once. Stop lying, man. In case you forgot, I was completely cleared by both the WBs. So the standard, his lawyer wrote this post, is the truth. His lawyer found some photos from 2020, the last time he was tested, and he wrote this statement. In case you forgot, I was completely cleared by both the WBC and NADP. Shame no one will ever be able to clear you of being a proper helmet. 3 rounds and you are finished. So, this came out a while ago, right? And then 2-2s, I'm minding my business. And I see this photo here. And honestly, I wasn't even going to talk about this. I wasn't even going to put the two narratives together. It wasn't until I started reading the comments and doing the maths. It's like, whoa, this dude look big. Pause. Budgie smuggler wearing, looking at us, man. What happened to boxer shorts? That's the truth, man. Did you man know this one here? It was the homosexuals. Them man who proliferated this one here. Yeah? People, let's call a spade here, man. It's only women. It's only women. Women and homosexuals, yeah, who want to be wearing this one. It's not even comfortable, man. It's all pulling up in your butthole. I don't even know. Is there a thong at the back? We don't know, man. We don't know. If you go to any... Not that I've been there yet, but from what I've seen on the internet, allegedly. If you go to one of these homo beach parties, what are they wearing? Oops. They're wearing this kind of attire here. Put the box shorts on, man. Someone tell this guy here. Someone tell this light skin. Off-key light skin. Put the box shorts on, man. If you're taking photos. Come on, people. Come on. With the Dolce Gabbana budgie smugglers looking ass. Come on, people. That's no good. But anyway, back to the point. I'll make it bigger. Pause. Yeah, so we can proper inspect this dude. No diddy. Listen, before we get to the point, let's be honest here. Yeah. Would or would not, if Diddy saw this, yeah, would he be licking his lips or not? You tell me. It's the attire, ain't it? Just put some boxer shorts on, man. Put the boxers on. Anyway, let's do the analysis now. Yeah, I've got some before and afters, but look, you can see here, when you're super lean, your belly button does a madness. If you've been lean before, people who are super lean, their belly button starts doing weird things. Look at this here, look. I don't know what that is there. Yeah? Super lean. Bone, how do you go up in weight? Thick as well. You got the abs days. Abs look thicker than they've ever looked. They look thick. You got proper tranches in there. Look at the dip there. Proper tranches. And he's gone up in weight. Now, like I said, I did some of the... I think I did. It should be somewhere. We did some investigating. Yeah, going back to Conor Henn's last fight against Dobson. Let me check the weight where he was there. So against Dobson, he was 150, right? Against Dobson, Conor Henn weighed in 150. Okay? He's now fighting Eubank at 160, which way he might be in the ring at 170. So it's fair to say he's going up another 20 pounds from this here. So he's gone up £20 to fight Eubank around, I reckon Ben will be around 170, he might even be 175 in the ring, but call it 170. He's going to be 170 in the ring. So that's the Wayne from the Dobson. Here's the Wayne from the Dobson. Come on, people. Come on. As he put on 20 pounds of lean mass, he looks bigger than ever. Bigger and leaner than even here. Look, the truck. Listen, he's got a good line down the middle. He's clearly got genetic. That's a genetic thing there. But there's no huge. What would you call it? There's no mountainous signs from the horizontal angles. Look, the bottom one is no. It's barely even there. There's a little one here. So now let's compare it. Bearing in mind he's gone up 20 pounds. Wow. You can argue, well, YB, it's the lighting, but look, they're in a whole bunch. They're on this screen. They've got a whole bunch of lighting here too. Look at this soft neck here. Can't pick and looking ass. Yeah, that's how he's supposed to look. Conor Hen going up 20 pounds. He's supposed to look like that. This neck here. This can't picker. Soft. And even then, Hen couldn't stop this guy. This soft dude here, and this was at 150. Conor Hen's still small against a 150 pounder. Soft 150 pounder. Look at that soft body there. If you couldn't stop that soft body, them shots are going to bounce off of Eubank. Seriously, this guy's soft, man. He's soft. Yeah, you can. This body here is the body you'll see if a man he's working a real job. I respect him. I'm just calling a spade here. Conor Hen's been doing boxing properly every day of his life for the last 10 years, day in day out. This guy's got a full-time job. That's the full-time job body. That's the bacon butty from the van on the site body. Let's call a spade here, man. Right, this ain't no athlete body like that. Fair play to him. He's working a full-time job. He jumps off the site after he's getting his bacon butty and his pack of crisps. And he gets in there with Hen. The Hen can't do nothing in there. Now all of a sudden, after Eubank brings it to our attention that something's a bit iffy. Look at this guy. Look, there's bone dry lean. Bone dry. His chest is thick. Naturally, he's put 20 pounds on. The question is, which I'm going to show you now, from the comments. Where is it? So you got this picture he put out there. And then you got this cat here. Full credit to the nutritionist. Very difficult to put weight on and keep your abs popping. All your muscles are popping like never before. Yeah, this ain't bodybuilding. What do we know about bodybuilders? Oops. There's a way. The only way I've learned, in my opinion, the only way you see people get bigger and leaner, them two things don't work. If you're natural, yeah, you can get smaller and leaner. You can't get bigger and lean and natural, man. That's ridiculous. You just can't. It's not how it works. You just won't see it. Yeah, unless you're a 0.01% Anunnaki seed. Yeah, don't get me wrong. If you've got the Anunnaki seed, it might be possible. But outside of having the Anunnaki seed, not happening. Forget about it. Anyway, some more comments here. Wait there. Putting weight on. It's not a little bit of weight either. We just saw him weigh in. We just saw him weighing at 150. And to be honest, I think it's the same pose as well, which is important. Or a similar pose. You just see the difference in girth. You see the difference in girth? Look at his chest. His chest there is concaved. It's like, it's caved in. You wouldn't look at that chest and say, wow, that's really developed, would you? It's almost like a chicken chest. Obviously, it's athletic, but you wouldn't look at that and say, wow, that chest is loping. Oops. Look at that one there. Maybe it's the angle, but still, even looking at this pec, it just looks more full, doesn't it? It looks more full here, and that definitely does there. Listen, if he's done it without the moody eggs, man, fair play to him. If he's done it without the moody eggs. Let me get back to the other comment. Putting on weight and keeping on your abs is really hard unless ... How many eggs do I have to eat to look as shredded as you, Connor? How many eggs do I have to eat, yeah, to put on 20 pounds of bone dry lean mass? Yeah, that's what you want to know. That's some good eggs, man. Seriously, man. Top eggs. Anyway, whilst we're on this topic, I did a video last week talking about Chris Eubank Sr., he's been, I wouldn't say hating, but for argument's sake, let's call it hating. He's been hating on this event. He's been hating on it since 2022 when the first fight was supposed to happen. In that video, which was 2-3 weeks ago, when Eubank Sr. said it, he said the fight's not going to happen. Now, Eubank's come out again 6 days ago. You can see it there. and double down. Now, it could be the case he's an old head. Sometimes old heads like to believe they got more pull than they have got. Does that make sense? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm an old head and it'll go my way, and it actually won't. But still, listen to the bars from Eubank Senior.
Well, Chris Eubank, I'm sorry that I'm a bit faced at the moment, but what are your predictions with your son's fight in April, I believe? Love the content, love your voice, and I hope he does well. Blessed.
With all due respect, young man, you never call me again and use that language on my channel. We don't do that. That fight that you're talking about, which the promoters have put in your mind, will not happen. It will not happen because it doesn't make sense. But if these people want to keep on trying to bury themselves, then be my guest.
Oh, Chris.
Okay, so you heard the reiteration there from Eubank Senior. Now, maybe what's that got to do with this guy? Well, you know exactly what it's got to do with this guy. Let's look at this picture here. He knows something, man. He's on the. Let's have a look at his jaw. The jaw's a good tell as well. Has he been caning? What's that dude that Dr. Al-Shabaab was working with? Dennis McCann, the Trembolone. We know Conor Benn's been affiliated with Dr. Al-Shabaab, who's prolific with the gear. Seriously, he got the patents for the gear, the top gear, the Trembolones. So we need to investigate now Conor Benn's jaw. Has he got the horse jaw? The Hergovich style jaw, the Van der Waal style jaw. Yeah? Has he got it? Let's have a look. Has he leveled up his jaw game? I wouldn't say necessarily. I mean, look at his age. Look at his age, and I ain't gonna lie, man. He looks about 50, but 10 years on. That's what the gear does as well, allegedly. Look at this cat here. This cat here looked brand new. Yeah, he looked brand new. Brand new. And you look at this guy. Come on, people. Come on. Yeah? And it could be, is it the beard? Do they have a beard in this one? It could be the beard, to be fair. It could be the beard. But even the skin on his head looks rough, man. And that's what the gear will also... You seen him bodybuilding, man. I saw some bodybuilding done. He was like 30, he looked 50. Yeah? Skin all grainy and that. Like proper, it ages you. It sucks the life out of you, man. I'm not saying, I don't know. I'm not there, man. Yeah, I don't know how many eggs he's having or not having. Oh, maybe he's only having 90 eggs a day. Maybe he is only having 90. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. Oh, maybe. Listen, we're not there, people. Yeah, who am I to tell a man how many eggs he can or can't have? But he does look. Listen, if it's all fair game, yeah, he does look hella swole though. And to tell the truth here, he ain't at this point in time. He ain't beating allegations. For what I'm saying, he's not beating allegations. So if what Eubank Senior says becomes true, it might not be necessary. Look at that. Just look, them abs are fair play to him, them abs are phenomenal. Look at that, he's got like a little one here as well, with a little side swipe down it. Just cut up. £20. And you're bone dry still. I'm just trying to think of the precedent for that. Okay, well, Canelo to be fair, he's probably not the best example to use. But I'm trying to think, who's gone up in weight and just kept there? He doesn't, I mean, it just looks bigger. All that's happened is he looks bigger. That's it. £20 is a lot of weight. Now you can argue maybe a lot of these guys here, which is also a known fact, they do boil down a lot. Let's have a look at McGregor actually. Let's investigate McGregor. Because McGregor fought Aldo at 145, sorry. And then he fought Nate at 170. So it's not, to be fair, Conor Benn's doing a more extreme. No. That's not right. No, yeah, that would be more or less correct. In fact, McGregor will have put even more weight on. Conor McGregor versus Aldo weigh-in. Yeah, he looks like he's about to die there. He proper looks sick, doesn't he? Look at this guy. He looked really unwell. Oh my god. Oh, Schwitz looking at us, dude. Come on, people. That's nuts. Weight bully. Let's call it a spade. He was a weight bully, man. Seeing this here, this is unbelievable. Should have been illegal, to be honest. Look at this guy here. He looked proper sick. Okay, so that's from the Aldo weigh-in. Now let's have a look. So the Aldo weigh-in is bone dry. Again, he's lost all of his mass because he's so dry. And now let's look at versus Diaz 1 weigh-in. See the difference though? This is what I'm saying, Pete. I'm not being funny. It's not the best angle there. I'm trying to think of the best angle. All these angles are a bit dead, to be honest. You can't get the full appreciation, but still, that'll do for now. For argument's sake. Okay, the quality's dead. Speak for you. But anyway, listen, look. He goes from looking like Auschwitz number 10427 here. Just face completely changed, sucked down. And bear in mind, this is a similar jump. He's jumping from 145 to 170. Conor's going from 150 weigh-in against Dobson to 170. And this guy is sucked in, looking like that. And then when he's at 170, he just looks full. You wouldn't sit here and say he's leaner than he was when he weighed in, would you? Or as lean. There's no way. He looks full and undoubtedly softer. Yeah? In this photo, you can see his ribs popping out and all sorts. Here, he's soft. Conor Benn, on the other hand, I think he looks softer in this one, is the crazy thing, man. I think he looks, in this picture here, yeah, he looks softer. At 150, he looks softer than at this way. That's what I'm seeing. At the very least, you say they look the same, but I think he looks thicker. He just looks super thick. This one looks more like a boy's body. Okay, he's got a boy's body. And then in 6 months or a few months, he's got a man's body. Pure lean mass. You make of it what you will, man. I'm only taking the piss. We're not there. I don't want to slate no one's hard work. Only he knows. You know, listen, the evidence is there. McGregor looks soft, man. There's no definition there. He just looks like a guy. You can tell here this guy's been eating. That's how it's supposed to look when you put 20 pounds on. You're bone dry, and then you've been eating. Soft, healthy. He looks healthy here. Conor Benn looked healthy at 150. He's put 20 pounds on, and he looks even bigger. Even, you know, just like, whoa, that's phenomenal, man. And you saw the comments. The comments said, and I think some comments were trolling him. But there was another comment who was literally, where is it? The first comment said, full credit to the nutritionist, very difficult to put weight on. And this is, I believe this comment here, it wasn't a troll like the rest of them. He's actually saying full credit to the nutritionist. It's very difficult to put weight on and keep your abs popping. Very impressive. So he's telling the truth here, and I agree. That is, whoa, what you got? What you got, man? If you can just jump up there, obviously he's not going to gain height. Well, I don't know. He'll probably come in 6 foot to get the guy on. He's just rocking there, 6'5". Bosh. The magical gear they got from the MEGGA-CYCLEs, man. But listen, yeah, that's that part done. Anyway, onto the more serious element. We did a video on Conor Benn sparring a plumber. Obviously, let's call a spade here. He saw my video, is what he did. He saw my video. That's what he did. Didn't give me no flowers for it, but whatever. He saw my video, and then he brought in some pretty proper operators. You see it here. He's brought in William Skull, who's now the IBF champion. Yeah, he's not proven, but he's fighting Canelo end of the day. I watched his fight. He's not Eubank, that's for sure, but he certainly knows his way around a ring. So you can see, I think, yeah, he's fighting Canelo at 168, so he's going to be as big as, if not bigger, than Eubank. So it's going to give Conor Benn a proper look, a proper feel, and that's what I was advising anyway. You don't want to fight, but listen, I'm joking, I'm being facetious that they was listening to me, but this is what you're supposed to do, man. When you got this kind of $10 million or whatever it is on the table, bring some proper people in. You don't want to cheap out for this type of fight. There's never mind the legacy that's at hand here at play. He's also brought in, I'm not sure how good or not good this is, but he brought in Bruno Ceres. Bruno Ceres, where did he fight? Did he fight Munguia at 168? Something like that. He knocked Munguia's head off, but he was getting boxed up in that fight. So he's bringing in some half-serious people. I still think you need to give Pupo Andrade a call. Well, it's too late now. It's like 3 weeks out, but still. Pupo Andrade, that wiry type style, I think that would have been perfect. And again, Pupo Andrade, he's in the cold right now. He need them sparring coins. Anywho, they know what they're doing. And if they don't, they don't. At the same time, though, I've been searching. Not that it matters. Chris, you don't really need to see nothing from Chris Eubank Jr. training. Who he's doing with what with. He's so experienced now in the professional game and the sparring game as such. He'll know what he's doing. The only worry for me with Eubank is that, which I don't know, listen, he's always prepared. He's always prepared, but I wonder if his ego sometimes might get in his own way. If that makes sense. He thinks that this kid's getting it. That's the only risk here. We saw that to some extent with Billy Joe. He got in there, messed around for 6 rounds and blew it. And his dad was telling him, apparently, you start earlier, man. You're not just fighting Billy Joe, you're fighting the promoter as well. But Eubank Jr. wanted to prove a point. So, but that, listen, we'll never know who's doing what. And tell a lie, actually, what I will show you now, whilst we're on the topic, is Chris Eubank Jr.'s page. And we're 3 weeks out. Yeah, and it says, obviously, I don't know, is this something Turkey's forced him to do? Well, what we know is, what we believe to be true. Ben, from this picture you saw, he's in Spain somewhere. It looks like it's Spain or Portugal, wherever he is, somewhere. Meanwhile, Eubank, he's doing a kind of, where's it gone now? It's paranoid. Here we go. So on April 1st, yesterday, he comes out and said, I had the honour of meeting with the Iraqi Minister of Interior. I'm thinking, bro, like, really? You're kissing babies and shit. You're whining and dining. These man, you ain't won yet. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying about the mindset of Eubank. Eubank, supremely confident. Conahan's too small. He's got no experience. That can sometimes go against you. Look at Liam Smith. We all believed. I had about $1,000 on it. I believe in it. That's how hard I was believing it. Oh, Liam Smith can't do nothing. Oops. Yeah. So I do question, is he gambling all the time? Is he really locked in? Listen, people. If you was seriously, like, fair play to Conor Benn. I don't know what Eubank do or not doing. I'm just going based on broad assumptions off of one picture. But Conor Benn, yeah, you see training footage. He's not whining and dining. Eubank, I'm thinking, what's he doing with this guy? Think about the mindset it takes. If I'm in training camp, the last thing I want to do 3 weeks out, seriously, of all the things I want to do, is go around to some moody corporate political event and pretend I'm interested. Yeah. This is what you do. Look at Amir Khan, for example. Amir Khan's always, he's retired now, is the difference. Amir Khan retired, he's swanning off to here, there, and his public face. Eubank's doing it, and he's got a fight in 3 weeks. It's like, is this guy's, think about it. If Eubank was proper caning a serious hard camp, is he going to want to be spending one of his off days or part of his afternoon visiting these man? Maybe he likes that, but unlikely for someone who's locked in. So there are some potential worries there. And I have to be honest, I wouldn't put it past Eubank Jr. to rate himself so high above Conor Benn. Arguably so, but either way, rate himself so high above, he's thinking, well, whatever. I can go and meet down Bilzerian and do some gambling. Yeah? I can fly here, I can fly there. And also, I don't trust his trainer. I think he's hired a trainer called Jonathan Banks. I never rated him at all. He stunk the place out when he was representing Vladimir Klitschko against AJ. Told him to hold off. Although I may have given Vladimir the same advice, assuming AJ's going to gas out. Either way, he stunk the place out there. And Jonathan Banks seems to just be everywhere but nowhere, if that makes sense. Clinging on off the Manuel Stewart phone book, essentially. What's he done? Who's he got? He did a bit of work with Triple G when Triple G didn't want to pay Abel Sanchez the normal money, 10 or 20%, whatever it is. So Triple G found him. Now make that make sense. Abel Sanchez, his long-term 10, 20-year-old trainer with Triple G, refused to work for less than 20%, which makes sense. Triple G goes and gets Jonathan Banks. How would he have got Jonathan Banks? He'd have got Jonathan Banks by not paying the 20%. So Jonathan Banks is that guy. He's got a bit of clout in the game. He knows what he's doing to some extent or other. But he's the guy that you say, listen, man, I can get him on the cheap. You see that one there? He's the guy you can get on the cheap, who's looking for work at any rate, any price. He's like a mercenary, a knockoff mercenary. Yeah, if you want the job done properly, you probably wouldn't go with Jonathan Banks. If you want it done on the cheap, you call Jonathan in, he's going to take a moody 100 grand cut, flat fee type thing. That's the vibe I get from him. Make it make sense another way. Yeah, he flies in on a flat fee, and I don't know, I don't like them ones. I like people with some principles, and I rate Abel Sanchez as I rate Dominic Ingle. This ain't one of them. This ain't, oh, well, let's do it on the cheap, Kelbrook. Stand by that. Don't be these other trainers who are just trying to get a look in edgeways. Oh yeah, I'll do it for a fixed fee, mate, 100%. And you get fixed fee results. Kelbrook got punched up. Obviously, the fighter has some responsibility. Vladimir got punched up. So yeah, I would have preferred to have seen. Now we don't know. I think Bomac, to be fair, has been banned from the States. But even then, Eubank looked his best. Fact. In the Liam Smith 2 fight. That's a documented fact. He looked red hot in that. And I said at the time, there were shades of Terence Crawford in there. Yeah? That's the facts. He looked so composed, so calm, especially coming off the back of a knockout defeat. That's when people get iffy. Eubank had his best performance coming out off a knockout defeat with Bomac, Terence Crawford's trainer. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Now, some people have said, well, Bomac got caught with a blicky in the UK, so he's banned from coming back here. Maybe so, but guess what? He wasn't banned for the other fights when he fought Skarametsky. Who even was in Eubank's corner when he fought Skarametsky? I don't even know who was in the corner. And this is what I'm saying. I'm getting the feeling Eubank knows he's cashing out. And he's doing it on the super duper cheap. I know enough now. His ego I know enough now. I can do it on the cheap. You see that one? It might work out well for him. Jonathan Banks might work out well for him. Yeah. And his own dad said, and I tend to agree, he said Eubank is not a reflexive fighter. He tried that with Roy Jones Jr. And I have to admit, I never liked that style. I never liked it at all. He's constantly backpedaling. That wasn't his style. Now, albeit, his old run forward, a bit messy style wasn't the best either, but there's a balance. With Roy Jones, he was just fanning around way too much. Listen, the Beefy Smith 2 performance was the one. The Beefy Smith 1, he's with Roy Jones, he's pulling back with his chin in the air. Oops. Smith 2, he comes in, he's locked in, concise. Like Eubank Senior said, I don't know which one we're going to get. Who knows what's going through Jonathan Banks' mind. To be fair to him, Jonathan Banks, he's probably not a bad option. He's not like Roy Jones, who's going to try and do it like he did it, which is ridiculous at 35 years old, or at all. Roy Jones' style really, it's a bit like Prince Nassim's style. Them styles worked only for them. It's not really something that Tom, Dick or Harry can say, oh, I'm going to implement the Roy Jones, because you get knocked out. Do you know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to implement the Prince Nassim. It's not replicatable like that. It's not replicatable like stick your hands on your head is. Everyone can stick their hands on their head. Everyone can't see a punch come in, pull back, do some magical shit, and knock someone out with cat-like check hooks. Right? Eubank at 35. Just keep it simple. Which, to be fair to Jonathan Banks, Vladimir is pretty simple. Triple G pretty simple. What we don't know is what his influence was. So Eubank, man, just come in on your P's and Q's. Treat this like Liam Smith too. Don't get carried away. I mean, he's experienced enough not to. I just hope he's proper locked in. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people will stop it. Bosh.